going to reward you with some beautiful poem of the Master Rumi. Rumi Papi, not Rumi Mummy like this. You know who Rumi is? Okay, Jalaluddin Rumi, the great mystic of Islam, one of the greatest. Some people say he's the greatest. I don't dare say anything in case I offend the Islam people. In this book, they say he's the greatest, but I think it's safer to say he's one of the greatest of the Muslim mystics circle. Okay, he was born somewhere in Balkh, Afghanistan, and they believe that he died in southern Turkey. That is about almost 1,800 some years ago, 1,700 some years ago, okay? But his teaching is still alive among the Islamic circle, especially among the Sufis, Islam. And his teaching is timeless. Anyway, there's no period, no time, no space can contain the teaching of any great master such as Rumi. Okay, since you have been a very good Muslim all these days, you cover yourself when you're sitting, and because so cold, you cover yourself all over. You look like a good Muslim to me. With the cover with the cloth, yeah? That is a virtuous Muslim. Okay. So since you have been good Muslim, I'm going to read you this beautiful poem from Master Rumi. D'accordo? D'accord. Good. He made many beautiful, divine poems. Yeah. This master not only spiritually great, but he is also a great poet, especially divine poem. So he made many, many poems. All of them are wonderful. All of them are an inspiration for any spiritual seeker or practitioner. Not only to the Muslim people, but to the all over the world, everybody, anyone who read his poem may be inspired, feel inspired to search for the divinity within themselves. Yeah? Anyone who read his poem feel very awakened to the godlyhood within themselves, and would like to really do anything at all to go and find that divinity within themselves. Try many ways, look for the master, pray, meditate, whatever. Everyone who reads his poem feels this way. At least I feel that way. Yeah? Okay. So here's one of these wonderful, extraordinary poem of Master Rumi. The title is All Through the Night, God is Calling Us. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? The title is already very awe-inspiring. Okay. Don't sleep for just one night, my beautiful friend, and the treasure of eternity will appear before you. The sun of the invisible will warm you all night, so you will discover those splendors that spread ecstasy. It is at night that beauties unveil themselves. The one who sleeps never hears their soft calls. Wasn't it at night that Moses saw the burning bush and heard its miraculous summons to come closer? It was during the night he traveled so far that he came to see a bush drowned in glory. Is that beautiful? Drown in glory. Wow. The day is for earning a living. The night for love. The nights for love. So the eyes of the jealous cannot spy on you. The rest of the world may sleep, but real lovers throughout the night talk inwardly with God. All through the night, God is calling us. Rise up. Use this time richly, you poor man. If you don't, you will burn with regret when your soul's separated from your body. Voila. And he's not making a vain poetry. He's not writing it just so that we praise him, say, what a good poem you have written. He was not writing this just to satisfy his poetic tendency, or even to share it with a couple of poetic friends who will admire the mastery of the chosen words. No, no, no. He has written this because he cannot not write. Because this is his experience, this inward experience. And I can assure you that because I have experienced this myself. One of the time I went to America, somewhere in New York, but New York suburb, not in the city. And I went to see a friend who was also practicing Guanyin method. And the whole family was initiated by a master in India. That master I also knew. I stayed in that ashram for some months also. And he's a very nice master too. And the family was very nice, yeah. And they say, okay, here is your room, you may sleep here. And they have a couch, yeah, and then they went and sleep in their own room. That house was a remote house in the middle of a forest with a small lake. Very nice, very nice. And there's nobody around there for maybe 1 kilometer. At night, I did not sleep, yeah. I did not want to sleep on somebody else. Maybe I make it dirty or something. So, and I didn't want to use their blanket. I don't want them to have to wash it after I left. I didn't have fortune of owning a sleeping bag at that time. I was penniless. How do you say? Mendicant? What's that word? Like renunciate? Yeah, or just a penniless mendicant, right? Okay. Well, a long time I don't use so many words. It's escaped from me. Thank you. So mendicant is just like a monk or renunciate or a spiritual seeker, Yeah, they run around. Have not much to do except thinking of God all day long. Okay, now, so I didn't have much money, I didn't have much thing. I used my coat, the coat that I told you that I covered in India on the balcony, the corner balcony. Balcony is like that, square, huh? And a corner like this. And I have no room in that ashram, so I cover my coat on top of this corner. Then I sit there day and night for 6 months at least. Okay, that same coat I had still after coming back from India. I still had that coat, so I cover myself just the way you cover with the Guanyin cloth there, yeah. And I sit in the corner, and that is a winter in New York, maybe 20 years ago, or more or less. It's still very cold at night. And the snow was very high outside, yeah, and it's a countryside also. in the middle of the forest. It's pretty cold. But I did not feel cold. It's a wonder. I just cover a coat like that, sit there all night. And all kind of music, beautiful, all night long. So in the morning I say, who lives next door to you? Why does he play music all night? Yeah. And my friend said, nobody. Are you kidding? No one around here until 1 kilometer. And you can't hear music from 1 kilometer long, no? I said, really? I thought you have a next door neighbor because I hear music all night. She said, really? Well, we didn't hear anything. I said, really? You never heard anything in your house? You sure you didn't leave a radio or television on? No, nothing. Actually, no, because when they slept or the light turned off, there was no music yet. And only after I sit for a while, and then music all over the house. I thought it's from the neighbor because they're all sleeping, all the light is off, you know. So no neighbors and no music. No radio, no telephone, nothing. No television, nothing was on. The whole night through. Was so beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, well, I was younger, you know. Fanatic, don't sleep, you know. Yeah. The same when I was in Germany, you know, before. I also sit all night. And I hear many wonderful things and see different things, you know. But the people around don't see, don't hear. Yeah, of course they're sleeping. Yeah, okay, like you. Not really, you are good, you're good. You're really trying your best. I don't know how you do it, but you do well. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Not all of you, but many of you. And the one who I'm not proud of, you know yourself. Huh? Okay, I'm not naming names here, huh? We keep it a secret, yeah. No problem. People change, you know. Some people sleep now, but meditate later. Some people meditate now, sleep later. Huh? Doesn't matter. It's okay. Is that a wonderful poem? Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. He even say in there, the sun of the invisible will warm you all night. That was exactly how I felt. You know, the room where they gave me is not like all warm and like that, you know. But I had just a coat and I didn't feel cold at all. I feel it's a wonderful warmth, you know, all over my body. It's like very light electric currents, you know, traveling all over in my vein, in my cells and everything. It's wonderful. So even if I sit all night, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel bad, I didn't feel cramped, I just listened to music and, you know, and seeing stuff. It's like you are doing. It was wonderful. So that's why I know when he wrote this poem, he must write it because it's like his own experience, yeah? He feels sorry for one of his students maybe or his friend, so he wrote it for them, yes. In the old time, most masters, when they're teaching, they don't have that many disciples maybe because they had to hide, yeah? Even nowadays, sometimes I also had to hide. Yeah, many times I had to hide. Because misunderstanding between humans always existing. Yeah, exists everywhere. Especially when you became openly a teacher. Yeah, an open teacher. And you have so many students and then their family might not be pleased, their friend might not be pleased. Suddenly he shut himself in the room every night and do something in there, don't let anybody come in. Why? What's he doing? After he saw Ching Hai, he just sit by himself. And the friends want him to go out and drink whiskey. He said, nope. The neighbor invite him to go over for roasted chicken. He said, nem. And all the, buddies want him to go out to play card. He say, sorry, no. Always nom nom nem nem nick nick niente nada nay. So they get a little bit curious. And when persuading doesn't work, they get a little mad, yeah? And then they kind of hate that Master Ching Hai, whoever that can be. And then so, sometimes if they have power, they can use it and make trouble for me. Of course, I don't want to tell you all this, I just say general like this. Go into detail, it can take 10,000 books. Now, so even then, nowadays, we have all freedom of religion, yeah, but still in some country, we are not a favorite, yeah. Sometimes the government do not understand what we're doing and thinking we might want to amass power or something like that. It takes some time for people to understand, yeah, but never mind. Meanwhile, I suffer. Okay, so even then, so in the old time, the master don't have that many disciples or always available, so he doesn't probably use a teaching like this, yeah. So in that case, he probably used correspondence, writing poetry and secretly send it to whoever his believer were, yeah. Or he make a poem and everybody copy it and go home study slowly, yeah. Because poetry appeals to the heart, also to the intellect, also to the emotion of man. Therefore, many of the masters in the old time, they favor poetry as a teaching. They don't talk so long, many hours like me. I don't even look at the calendar behind me. Okay, but since you like it so much, why not? Huh? He used a lot of poetry to send it to his disciples, yeah. Or maybe that is also the the mode of that time, yeah, fashion, yeah. All the masters write poetry, yeah. Or maybe also many of the masters, they are very artistic themselves. Or maybe after they get enlightened, or their dormant talent sprung up to life, and they know how to write poetry, they paint picture, dance and sing and all kind. Okay, so this is one of the talent that has been awakened in some master after they get high enlightenment. Okay, therefore he wrote it because it's all the truth. Therefore, when we read it, we feel it is the truth. We feel it's not like a decoration. It's not an embroidery kind of speech so that to impress people. It's not like that. But he write poem because it's nice, it's elegant, yeah, and it's easy to remember. Easier to remember a poem than a whole big lecture. Even I gave many so-called lecture in this year, many years ago. But now because I have SMTV, sometimes I look, see what they're doing, and I sit there and listen to Madame Ching Hai talk. I say, wow, I don't remember a thing what she has said. I say, wow, this woman, she can talk very well. So much for my humility. No, really, I feel like that. If it was somebody else, I would also feel, wow, she has eloquence. She hit the nails on the head, really very direct. There's no nonsense, yeah, and everybody would understand it. Anyway, I don't remember what I have said all the time, but most of the lecture, they never repeat it. Huh? It's talking about same thing, but different. Yeah, okay. Just like you use the same ingredient, but you cook different dishes every day. Now then, why don't I remember all the lecture that I have said? Because they're not poetry. I guess it's a very explanatory kind of speech, which is very good for the maybe beginner or the people who just came in or the interested people. But it's not easy to remember all that, huh? Okay. So poetry is a very good instrument to teach people and make them remember very well. Now, so he said that don't sleep for just one night. Try it, he said, try one night first. And then, my beautiful friend, yeah, whoever that is, must be beautiful. Yeah, a beautiful soul, yeah, who seek spiritual practice cannot be but beautiful. Don't sleep just one night. And he said, the treasure of eternity will appear before you. That is the truth, no? Yeah, many of us know that, huh? Yeah, but it's difficult, very difficult. He knows that. So he said, he tempts you, yeah? And the sun of the invisible will warm you all night. The collyrium of mystery will open your eyes. Wow, all that. Mouth watering, yeah? So but he know it's very difficult, even though he tell you all these beautiful promises, to tempt you, but he know it's difficult. So he say, this evening, I beg you. He don't order, he say, I beg you. Fight against yourself. Don't sleep. Wow. Fight against yourself. And don't sleep. So you will discover those splendors that spread ecstasy. It is at night that beauties unveil themselves. How come at night, huh? Why not in the daytime? Why beauties are only unveil themselves at night? Anybody knows? Silence? What? For the only sincere seeker, because you don't sleep? Because the heart's open? The day they close, the heart close? And you? The mind is quiet. What else? From inside? No, not too much thoughts are flying around to, how you say, to interfere with your vibration. Yep, you. Tranquility of the night. Okay, all right. Any more wizard? The wizard of Guan Yin? No more? Huh? For what? In the self will reveal. Well, I'm asking, I know, but I ask you why. Yeah? Master power came at night. Don't come daytime. Wow. It's kind of very strict master power, eh? Come only at night. The what? The brain start working? Stop or start? Stop working. It stop working at night, the brain? Wow. Then your brain dead at night? I understand. Okay, what next? Huh? What did she say? More relaxed. Oh, okay. Don't repeat what the neighbors already said. Just say something new. Anything else?
They don't disturb. They don't disturb.
No people disturb you. All of you almost. All right. Put together, then it's right. Like a puzzle. Like a puzzle. Yes, of course. All that. Yeah? And more, of course. At night, when most of the people of the world around you are quiet down, yeah, no thoughts flying all over, crisscrossing the whole atmosphere, yeah, and you yourself also have no distraction and no work to do, and most of the time, at this time, your brain, your mind is a little bit tired, yeah, so it also doesn't want to disturb you. Yeah, and like you sneak out of the mind, yeah, and sit by yourself, and then you can receive more of the master power blessing. Although daytime also have, but you are busy catching here and there, you don't catch enough of the master power at night. At night is better. That's all correct. So, yeah, good. The one who sleeps never hears their soft calls. Wasn't it at night that Moses saw the burning bush and heard its miraculous summons to come closer? He is asking his friend. It was also at night that Moses have seen the flame in the bush. Yeah? And the bush also beckoning him to come nearer. That was the sound of God. That was the command of God. That God has appeared to Moses in all glory of heavenly light. And he's seen from afar, it looked like burning bush. But this is for lack of adequate description of heavenly light. And then the sound was calling him, that was God calling. That was all at night. He asked his friend, don't you remember? It is said that Moses have seen the flame in the night and heard the calling also in the night. Yeah. It was during the night he traveled so far that he came to see a bush drowned in glory. Wow. It was during the night that he traveled so far. Where does he go? Where did Moses go travel so far? Huh? The what? How do you know it was the fifth level? It might not be. Doesn't have to be the fifth level to see this bush of flame, huh? Could be a little bit lower, also fine. Yeah, he traveled so far. It doesn't mean physical travel, does it? Yes, because in the night, in the old time, no matter how fast your camel walked, it cannot be that far. Yeah, so he would not. Master Rumi wouldn't have said so far. Yeah, he would say, oh, he traveled somewhere. Oh, he traveled a little while. Or he might travel, say, he traveled the whole night. But he wouldn't say that during the night he traveled so far. Yeah? So that he came to see a bush drowned in glory. That can only happen with the inner vision, yeah, of a highly elevated spiritual practitioner. I wonder. He's a Muslim, but he mentioned Moses. It seems like in Catholic Bible. So in the old time, any master would know that all the religion point to the same direction. Yeah. So he has already no discrimination against any other religion. Don't you see? Yeah. Furthermore, in the Quran, it's mentioned that all religion belong to God. So that means all religion are okay. Translation, all religion talk about the same thing. Yeah, okay. Now he's worried that his friend misunderstands him. So he further elaborate. Why at night? He said further, the days for earning a living, the nights for love. Now you think, I have a husband, I have a wife. That's what he mean, okay. Yeah, we do express our love at night. I understand. Do you understand really? Yes? Wow. So I guess right, huh? So that's the kind of love that you think he's bothering writing down here for the later generation to know, since he thinks you don't know anything about that. He has to write it down. Yeah? No? Okay. Well, thank God. Some of you know. All right. So what kind of love that he's saying? God's love? Okay, let's see what kind of love he meant. So the days for earning a living, the nights for love. So the eyes of the jealous cannot spy on you. Who can that be that jealous? Who can be jealous of these kind of people who don't sleep at night? Could it be that he's jealous about the love between you and your wife or your husband? Maybe a third lover somewhere? No? Who can be jealous then? Tell me. The people who don't know God? Yeah. What else? Huh? The Lord of Maya? No. What else? Negative power. Same thing. Inner experience, cannot tell other people?
Cannot tell other people without the master permission.
He didn't say anything like that, but he said, the night is for love, so the eyes of the jealous cannot spy on you, okay? When you do Kuan Yin, I don't let people see you. When you meditate, better people don't see you too much. Because they might come and say, what are you doing? Do you have a headache? Are you so tired and you sleeping while sitting? Why don't you go to bed? And they're all kind of, mothering you. Mothering and smothering. And people also don't know, and if you explain it, some people even misunderstand further, yeah? And keep asking and thinking you're weird also, yeah? Same in the Bible, it is mentioned, Jesus said that when you pray to the Father, you pray in the closet, yeah. And our Father in heaven will reward you openly, yeah? Yeah, because actually if people don't know about Kuan Yin method, about meditation, when they see you sitting there, of course they became kind of curious, huh? Or some people feel that, what for, he's not doing anything. 2.5 hours he could go out and do something more for me. Yeah, help me to do this, do that. Why just sit there doing nothing? Yeah? They also will envy your leisure. Yeah. And your, liberated kind of attitude that you just sit there without a care in the whole world. And other people, they have all kind of worry. They run around the whole day, thinking by running around, they might help the world or help themselves or do whatever. That's a great mission that they think they're doing. So if you just sit there doing nothing, so they think you're doing nothing, then of course they get jealous, no? And they feel weird, huh? And they try many ways to disturb you. Don't talk about negative power, Maya, or anything like that yet. Your friend, your neighbor, your family member is already enough a disturbance. So at night, if everybody sleep in your house and you quietly go into your corner and meditate, nobody knows. That is if you don't have a partner. If you have a partner, you have to wait until that partner is asleep. And sometimes it takes the whole night. Or half a night, yeah. Well, that's why Saint Paul, he say, it's better to be single, but if you want, you can marry, yeah? No? If you're single, you're more free, yeah? You don't have to ask permission to go on retreat. You don't have to explain your vegetarian diet. You don't have to hide my picture. You don't have to read my book in the toilet. Only. For example, I understand. So, all right. So the family member or your friend, your close associate could be the jealous that Rumi mentioned in here. Anyone that who doesn't know the meditation practice that you're doing. So he's right, huh? He's right. According to our experience, you know so well about this, huh? Even husband became jealous of the wife. Wife became jealous of the husband. I thought only the wife became jealous of me because her husband practiced and came to group meditation. But sometimes the husband also jealous with me. My God. Why? Because he thinks his wife loves me more than loves him. It could be true. So even our family member could be the jealous one that he mentioned in here. So in the night, if we finish all our household duties and discharge all our work, then we can sit quietly without people having complained to us that we don't do anything, or blah, blah, blah. But it's difficult, huh? Difficult to stay up all night and then go work in the daytime, huh? But everything just a habit. Slowly you get used to it. Trust me. Okay. I can go to sleep if I have nothing to do. If I have things to do, then I just do it. I don't remember sleeping. If I have a lot of work to do, then I don't sleep. If I have nothing to do, then what will I do to pass the night? I go sleep, no? It depends on the situation, huh? Recently, I don't know how to spell sleep, really. I forget all about it. No time to think about that. But if nothing to do, I can sleep very well, most of the time. Okay? He says further that the rest of the world may sleep, but real lovers throughout the night talk inwardly with God. That's what we're doing, huh? Many of us, nah? Some of us, nah? A few of us, nah? Or maybe none of us. Never mind, you're trying your best. I see some of you sit throughout the night and very diligently. We do hear some sound. See some light and hear some sound. That's why yesterday or the day before I told them to turn off all the light so that maybe you can distinguish which light is what. All through the night, God is calling us. Wow, poor God. He doesn't sleep. He's calling on deaf people. We hear nothing. Rise up. Use this time richly, you poor man. First, he was very polite. My beautiful friend. And then he kept talking to deaf ears. So when finally he said, you poor man, rise up. First he said, this and that. My friend, don't you know? Blah, blah, blah. And then I said, rise up, poor man. If you don't, you will burn with regret. Now he's all frank, straight, blunt, opened. No more sissy-sassy, no more nonsense, no more beating around the bush. Rise up, you poor man. Use this time, I mean the night time, the free time, the time that you're not working and not sleeping, use it richly, I mean wisely. You poor man. No, he's not polite. He said, rise up. If you don't, you will regret. Not just regret, but burned with regret. That bad. Surely. When your soul is separated from your body, my God, he's telling complete truth about it. You know, many people, including our brothers and sisters, you know, after she passed away, she feel very bad because she was sitting in a lower level and watching others speeding by, zoom by, fly by to a higher dimension. At that time, feel very, very terrible. She felt that she has wasted her time on this planet for all nonsensical purposes. Money she couldn't take, husbands is not coming with her, son's daughter stayed behind. Anything that meant so much to her became nothing when her soul is separated from the body. Some of your brother and sister really experience that in a lower heaven. Feel very, very, very sorry. Now I'm telling you this, you feel nothing. It doesn't concern you. You understood intellectually, but you don't really realize the meaning of it until you really, after you die, after you leave the physical body, immediately you know what it is. So this master, he's really great. He really knows all that, what he's talking about. and he really cared about whoever that is that put trust in him. Yeah, so his disciples or his friend, whoever that is, he really cared for them. So he told them everything. So clear, so straight, no hidden calendar, nothing. Really, it's a true black and white like that. I do hope you understand his poem. I mean, deeply understand and practice it. Yeah. If you want, you could recite this every night. Or whenever you want to sleep, you recite this. You bow to this poetry, reminding yourself to be more diligent. Not so much fanaticism, but try your best to be awake. Yeah? In Hungary, I keep telling you that. Do you remember? I said, just stay awake. Even if you cannot concentrate, just stay awake for me. At least when I'm around, just stay awake for me. Remember that? Then you will have really some experience of powerful transmission of enlightenment. I don't know any of you experienced that or not in Hungary retreat or not. Some of you did? The Hungarian retreat? Anybody here? 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay. When I said that, stay awake for me, I really meant it. And I really knew what I was saying. But I don't know if you knew what I was saying. Nevertheless, I keep saying that to you. I don't know if it was recorded or not. It's also recorded? Oh, okay. Wow, at that time when I said that to you, I really am those words. I really want you to understand that. But okay. But it was a powerful retreat, and nevertheless, huh? Okay. Because a long time you haven't seen me also, huh? I said, and also I was straight from the cave, huh? And all of you feel recharged very well. I feel that was a very powerful one. And I really meant, I really asked you not to go to sleep. Just stay awake. That's enough for me. Just stay awake and then you will feel something. Okay, so I think this master meant exactly just what he said and knew exactly what he was saying. That was a very beautiful poem. Yeah? Thank you, Master Rami. It's truly a beautiful reminder. Yeah. If you guys want to buy this book, there's many more poems in it. You can read it. It's printed by Shambhala, Boston, and London. It's called The Teachings of Rami, 1999. All right, reserved. Is Shambhala Publication, INC, Horticultural Hall, 300 Massachusetts Avenue, Boston, Massachusetts 02115. www.shambhala.com. That is in case you want to buy the book, okay? I'm not advertising for any commission here, okay? But just in case you want the book, you can buy. It's very beautiful. Also, a book about Kabir poetry also. Perhaps they also have it in this publication company. All right? Or you just try on internet, see where sell. Yeah, because I cannot read all this. It's copyright, there's a copyright. It's not that, but I don't think they mind. It's just that it's a lot, and there's no need for me to read it all to you. You should read it for yourself whenever you feel like. And there's no need to explain much because his poetry is crystal clear. Yeah? Even if I didn't explain all this to you, you would have understood anyhow. Yeah? Because it's so simple. So it's very good to read some other books now and again. It's not forbidden. To see, to compare and to know that really the old practitioners, they are doing the same thing. And the old master, they were saying the same thing. Yeah? No matter what religion the master belonged to, they say the same thing if they are enlightened. Don't you see? Kabir said the same thing. And this Muslim master say the same thing. Yeah? And remember when I told you some of the funny poem about, there's another Muslim master, that Naruddin? Yeah. He say also the same thing. But he said less. His poem are more concentrated. I guess maybe because he has a wife and kids, he don't have much time to write. His wife also enlightened anyway. Wife, kid or not, it's no big deal. Yeah? Yeah, the master is always a master, no matter what he does. It's just his destiny. He has to have a wife and kid. That's it. That's his destiny. And some master have destiny of no food. Maybe don't need to eat, or maybe didn't give food to the poor in the old lifetimes, or in this life born cannot eat. No food allotted to him. He doesn't eat. Or some people just don't eat by divine order. Yeah, just to show to mankind that man doesn't live from bread alone. That's it. Okay. So many miracles do happen in the world, and God does really show sign of wonders. But people always ask for more. Yeah, and they just ask and ask and ask, but they don't do anything. They don't follow that master. Even if he gives food, he doesn't request the non-food diet like him even. They still don't follow. People might worship that kind of person, but they don't really follow, don't even do much. You know what I mean? It's like the ninth wonder of the world, that's it. And people come and go and say, oh, don't eat. Oh, wow, wonderful. That's it, Most people, they respect or they feel awesome, about somebody who has a great character or who make a very good example. But people seldom follow. That's the thing, yeah. Well, I'm glad you do follow some good example, from the Buddha, from Jesus, from Mohammed, or from Guru Nanak, whoever those great masters that you have revered in your heart up to date, until now and in the future, continually. I'm glad you follow their example, yeah? And that is more important than saying, I am Sikh, I am Catholic, I am Buddhist, I am Muslim, and don't do what the Prophet has taught. You understand me? Yeah. So there's no need to say what religion you belong to. Just be a good example, and people, whoever, if the Muslim, he see you as a good man, he will think you are Muslim. A Catholic see you that you are living according to Jesus' teaching, then he think you are a Catholic, yeah, or the Buddhist, whatever, yeah. But if you keep saying you are this and that religion, belong to this and that religion, and you don't live the life of that religious order, then it's useless, yeah. Nobody even bother to recognize what kind of religion you came from. In fact, they might even look through you and have suspicions about the religion that you are broadcasting. You see? I say, oh, if you are Muslim like that, I don't want to be a Muslim. If you are Catholic like that, oh, I don't want to be a Catholic. Oh, I don't want to be Buddhist, because it's like you like that. I don't feel Buddhist is good. You understand me? Yes. So no matter the religion anymore, we just be an example of divine love, compassion, sacrifice, compassion. Then everyone will feel impressed, even our enemies. While talking about enemies, we really have to love our enemies. Do you know that? Because they come back and you have to love them. They come back as your wife, your husband, your sons, your daughter. Then that's the way you have to love your enemy. You do it now, or you come back and do it later. You do it willingly, or you have to do it by order of the Lord of Karma. There's a joke. It goes like this. A man died, and went to hell. And the king of Hade receive him in front of his throne, together with another person. And he said, "You, Mr. Johnson, you own this person, Madam Smith, so much money, but you haven't paid back. So she is suing you. I think because you didn't pay her back, and I don't think you can ever pay her back if you come back next life as a human again. Since you don't have any merit in your account, you're not going to have any money at all again in the next lifetime. So I am going to make you become a horse so that you can work all your life. Or maybe a buffalo. You can carry the cart, the car, and carrying her all your life until you repay your debt. Or maybe it spill over to the next life even. So the man, the money owner said, "Oh, king, maybe it's not a good idea. Even if I became a horse or a buffalo or a dog or whatever, I will never be able to pay it all to her. So why don't you make me become her father? And I will pay my whole lifetime." Since her date of birth, I will keep paying. So, and in that case, he will be very willingly pay, nay? Because he will love whatever she might be reincarnated into, yeah? And in that case, whatever she wants, he will give. Willingly and lovingly and even proudly. Yes, my daughter. I pay her $100,000 to go to college. Look at what she is now. I'm still paying for her apartment. She wants a helicopter. I'm going to get it for her, for example, like that. Yeah? So, okay, that is really similar to love thy enemy. Yeah? You must love them now. Or else you have to come back and love them even more. Okay? Yeah. And I told you another joke, remember? A little kid fell in love with a little kid. Schoolmates, and he came home, asked his father. Sometimes kids, they think they fall in love. They have a crush, on somebody in the class, 8 years old or 10 years old, something. And the kid come back home, 8 years old, ask his father, "Father, is it expensive to be married?" Father said, "Yes, son, it is very expensive." So the son asked, "How much it cost?" And the father said, "I don't know, son, I'm still paying." The wedding cake, wedding cake, very expensive. Okay, now you can meditate, all right?